Oh, yo. Mm. It is exhausting. It is exhausting trying to combat all of the black white supremacist talking points that are out here. It's exhausting. See, I spend most of my time not trying to convince white people not to be racist. I spend most of my time trying to convince black people that they are not inferior to white people. That's what I do. That we are not inferior to white people. But it seems like now on a weekly basis, there's something out here for me to have to provide some straightening. And this time it comes from was sold to us as a prospective college student, college prospect that is. Okay, this is from an account called Black Millionaires. Okay, it says college prospect says she was excited to attend an HBCU until she went on a campus tour, and she stated, "Oh, what is this? This is a HBCU. We are supposed to be living a black excellence luxury lifestyle." And she later chose PWI. Okay. So once again, here we go. Here we go. So I'm gonna discuss this briefly. God damn it, I'm gonna discuss this briefly, y'all. I can't let this type of stuff just linger out here. I can't do it. I can't just sit by and watch these ideas spread like this without saying something. Okay. But before I do, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy first. And this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on some. Again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Put all your people on. Especially you got some young people in your life that need some game. Okay. Okay. Because I don't blame this young lady. I don't blame the adults. Blame the adults. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you why momentarily. But before I do that, okay, I don't want to forget to shout out our sponsor, the King McNeil Collection. Okay, an example of black excellence. Okay, gone over there and shop with the King McNeil Collection on their website, kingmcneil.com, or download the app. Okay, for all of your needs, for your fraternity gear, your sorority gear. Okay, the King McNeil Collection is the place to go. Okay. When you make your first purchase on the app, you'll get 20% off. So go ahead and do that right now. Okay. If you're in a fraternity or sorority, the King McNeil Collection is the place for you. Black owned, great people. Tell them first century. All right. Well, let's get into this. Let's get into this. If y'all down with me for real, you already know why I say I blame the adults in this instance, okay? Because the adults don't do a good enough job of letting these children know about our plight. I'm talking about black people, letting black children know our plight in this motherfucking country. They don't. These kids growing up, especially in this social media era, thinking we got it. They think we got it. We don't got it. I don't give a fuck how many millionaires you see on that floor in the NBA. I don't give a fuck how many millionaires you see on that field in the NFL. Collectively, as a race of people in the United States of America, we ain't got it. Oh, first, that's just your opinion. Bullshit. If you're down me for real, you've seen this before, so pardon me, okay? But it might be some people who are new here and they need to see this. I'm not gonna go through all of them like I've done in the past, okay? I'm just gonna show this one right here, and that's all that needs to be shown. That's all that needs to be shown is this one right here. You see it, okay? This is showing you the wealth gap, okay? And this was as of 2016, okay? The wealth gap. That bitch might be higher now after we had that pandemic and everything that went along with that, and its effects on the economy. Okay, but if you can't see that, this graphic shows, okay, the difference in the wealth gap between white folks and black folks. Okay, for white people, it says savings plus assets minus debts comes out to $171,000. For black people, savings plus assets plus minus debts, excuse me, you have $17,600. Let me zoom in on those numbers for y'all. Okay, $17,600. Again, 171,000 for white people, $17,600 for black people. What the fuck are we talking about living a luxury lifestyle in this bitch? What are we talking about? Oh, well, first, she didn't say nothing about black people. She said something about HBCU. Who the fuck you think at HBCUs? Do we know what the B stands for? What are we talking about? Come on, man. These are black-run institutions. So the same racial discrimination that leads to these numbers right here, HBCUs feel that same effect. What are we talking about? And then especially since these millionaires and a handful of billionaires in the sporting arena who go on and make all this money playing these games for these folks, now because of integration, them motherfuckers ain't even going to HBCUs no more. So a lot of times the wealth that they're attaining ain't even being poured back into HBCUs anymore. For real, for real. Michael Jordan be donating to North Carolina. Maybe he donates to some of the Carolina HBCUs as well, okay? But we know he loves North Carolina. Okay, that's where he went. Kevin Durant spent 6 months at Texas. That's where his money go. Russell Westbrook was at UCLA. That's where his money go. These just some guys that pop in my mind because I've seen shit on TV or on social media about the money that they've given back to their institutions. You understand? So what we talking about, man? What are we talking about? And then for those doctors and lawyers and all those kind of professionals outside of athletics that go on from HBCUs, that go on to get to some upper middle class money or even some wealth. Many times those people are first generation wealthy people, first generation rich people, first generation people in the upper middle class. Okay, so again, in those situations, what's going on? The whole fucking family counting on you. Mom and daddy might be counting on you. You got some sisters and brothers that might be counting on you. You got some uncles and aunties, some cousins, some nephews, some nieces that counting on your motherfucking ass. That shit here different. What are we talking about? See, if these kids don't know these things, then they don't think that what we have is supposed to look like what the white folk got. And let's talk about what the white folk got real quick. Let's I'm gonna keep that on the fucking screen the whole time. Fuck, I ain't moving that shit. I'm gonna keep that on the screen. The beauty of my life. Oh, God has been so masterful and really carving out my journey, man. Through my life experiences have given me a perspective that's so unique, man. Okay, and this is one of those situations. So me being from the hood, but then me going to uh, Catholic school and high school with upper middle class white folks and black folks, and then going to a PWI for undergrad with all kind of people. Okay, but then doing some graduate work at Jackson State University, I've been able to see it all. I've been able to see it all. And what I saw at my PWI Southern Miss, I ain't see no goddamn luxury. I ain't see no luxury. My freshman year, I stayed in a dorm called Bond Hall. Okay. My dorm room, shit, wasn't much bigger than my bedroom that I'm in right now. And I ain't rich. I ain't in no upper middle class yet. Okay. I'm right here hanging on to the middle class here in Mississippi. Okay, because I'm a businessman. I'm out here taking these risks. You feel me? So my businesses are growing, but I ain't there yet. Okay, I have a nice home. I ain't, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Thank God. I have a nice home. All right. But it ain't like that. My dorm room was about this big. And I ain't have my own bathroom. We had to share a community bathroom and shower my freshman year. My sophomore and junior year, dorm room might have been slightly bigger. Slightly. Okay. And you got roommates. What the fuck we talking? We got roommates. All right. Along this way now, I got roommates. Oh, let me back up. Along this way, I got roommates. So it's two motherfuckers living in this bitch now. Come on, man. And then my sophomore, junior year, we sharing a bath. Sophomore, junior, and senior. Had to share a bathroom with somebody in the suite type of shit. Wasn't no luxury. We had a little refrigerator, and I brought a microwave, I think. Wasn't no luxury. Like, we go to college and we look at, I was telling my wife, this is so crazy. I was telling my wife, I was like, babe, the way we look at wealth and poverty is so relative because in college, we were in these one room apartments basically, and we had the time of our lives. We're in a one room apartment. We're having the time of our lives from 18 to 22. We love it. But then once you graduate, you go get a one bedroom apartment. People say you broke it in a motherfucker. But I was just in college in a one bedroom apartment with a shared bathroom. I loved it. But then as soon as you get out, so your perspective changes. So that was at the University of Southern Mississippi. Now in Southern Miss or Stanford or Harvard, Duke, anything like that? No. Okay. But I've been to Mississippi State before. I did a team camp in high school. We stayed overnight in the dorm. Wasn't that luxurious about that motherfucker? It was a dorm. I don't know. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Am I sure that the white schools have more uh, than the black schools? Yeah. Look at the damn graphic. So of course they got first of all, it's more of them, so that's more money. More of them have money, and then you got to throw in the racial discrimination part of it. So it's like our people are miseducated or uneducated, undereducated, or miseducated about how many black folks are in this country compared to white people. That's number one. You have a lot of black people who think that we like right there with white people in this country, and we ain't nowhere near like that. We make up 12 or 13% of this country, somewhere up in there. That is not a lot of fucking people. If we were a nation by ourselves, we'd be like 40 million people, okay? That'd be a lot, okay? But we are, if I'm not mistaken, the third most populous nation on earth. Somewhere in there, okay? I know China's number one and India is number two, okay? But we have like 330 million people in this country. So being 40 million out of like 330 million, what we talking? Like what we talking about? It's not a lot of us here. That's why it's been easier for these motherfuckers to discriminate against us because they got the upper hand. So that's one part. But then again, because of racial discrimination, these folks, I will show y'all another graphic because so y'all really know how deep this racial discrimination go. Again, real ones, y'all have seen this already. Let's look at this one. Look at that now. See, that's why this is what an adult supposed to have been putting that young lady on. Her social science teachers going all the way from let's say at least middle school on up. Maybe elementary, they don't be touching topics like that in some places, okay? But at least middle school on up, goddamn, we got to get to the real, okay? I would say in the elementary, do need to start getting on some real stuff, okay? But at least in middle school, that child should have been exposed to stuff like this, both at home and at school. Look at that. From 1619 and 1865, slavery. From 1865 to 1968, legal discrimination. From 1968 until today, this graphic came from 2018, but I'm gonna say until 2023, as y'all will see. I got another segment talking about the Navy federal bullshit. Okay, continued discrimination. This is how you end up with the racial wealth gap. This is how you end up with wherever that young lady went, not being able to show her the luxurious lifestyle that she was hoping to see. Come on, man. So I need the adults. Do better. Do better. Some of us don't know we broke. I'm telling you. Used to be a teacher, man. Some of us don't know we broke. Oh, first, how can somebody not know they're poor? Some motherfuckers don't know that them getting them food stamps mean that they are poor. Because they look around in their neighborhoods and everybody doing that shit. I was like that. I grew up in a brick house and my grandmama owned her house too. Okay? So my mama, homeowner, my grandmama, homeowner. Not apartments, homeowners. My grandmama was on food stamps. You understand? My mama took me to the community clinic. Okay? One of these low-income clinics where low-income people go. That's where I went to the doctor. That's where she went to the doctor. And my mama is a college graduate who was a teacher, but she was not getting paid properly. I know what that WIC milk is about. King vitamin cereal. I know about all that. But I didn't know as a child that, these are anti-poverty programs. Food stamps, Medicaid, WIC, all this shit is anti-poverty program. You got a lot of kids around here that are on all of this shit and then popping around because they got some J's on thinking they got it. They up here doing all the little fans and shit with the money on Instagram and think they got it. No, you don't. No, your parents don't. I wish I had known how we were growing up. That my grandmama was poor and that my mama was, I guess, considered working class, even though she's a fucking professional. She's a teacher, award-winning teacher. But at best, my mama, until she went to the public schools and started teaching, was in the lower middle class. I wish I had known that. I would have been grinding even harder. You know what I'm saying? So we got to let these kids know you ain't got it. And maybe this young lady comes from a family that does have it. But that don't mean your people as a whole have it. See, I'm one of those kind of motherfuckers. That's why I know when this money come in for real, when I'm where I want to be and I'm getting there and I got the attention of the masses for real, and I'm getting this money and I'm getting these sponsorships, you know what I'm talking about? And people are downloading my records and I'm doing concerts and I'm doing motivational speeches for thousands of dollars at a pop and shit like that. I know I'm still gonna be madder than the motherfucker because I think about my people. Yeah, I might be straight, but what about my people? You know what I'm saying? What about my community? So even if this young lady does come from luxury herself, the adults in her life should have taught her, hey, baby, we are privileged. Remember your people. Use your privilege to uplift your people. And if she doesn't come from privilege, the adults should have given her a reality check. Because if not, life show will put it on some.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.